Hidden behind towering pines in Augusta, Georgia, lies one of the most exclusive and celebrated golf courses ever created. Today, we step through its famous gates and walk its legendary fairways in this episode of the Golfing Circle. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Bhupendra Singh. Augusta National Golf Club is a legendary par 72 championship course measuring 7,565 yards. Designed by one of the most renowned golf architect, Dr. Alistair Mackenzie. Built on the grounds of a former fruit nursery, each of its 18 holes are named after a tree or flowering plant, preserving the heritage of the landscape from which it was born. Renowned for its dramatic elevation changes, immaculate conditioning, lightning fast greens, and as the home of the Masters tournament, Augusta National is far more than a championship venue. It is one of the most iconic stages in world sport. Today, we will walk every hole, discover its architecture, understand its strategy, and explore why Augusta National continues to inspire golfers across the world. Stay with me on this incredible golfing journey. Every great golf course tells its story gradually, and Augusta National is no exception. The outward nine is an invitation into the architect's imagination. Broad fairways tempt aggressive play. Dramatic elevation changes shape every decision, and beautifully contoured greens quietly introduce the challenges that define the course. With every hole, Augusta reveals another layer of its character, preparing golfers for the unforgettable journey that lies ahead. The journey begins at T Olive, a demanding opening par 4 that immediately introduces Augusta National's strategic character. From the elevated tee, the fairway appears generous, but a deep bunker on the right and towering pines on either side quickly punishes misplaced drives. A well-positioned tee shot leaves a demanding approach to a green protected by a subtle false front. Shots landing short are rejected, while anything long creates a delicate recovery. Once on the putting surface, pronounced right-to-left contours place a premium on leaving the ball below the hole. T. Olive sets the tone perfectly. Augusta rewards thoughtful decisions long before it rewards powerful swings. Pink Dogwood offers Augusta National's first genuine birdie opportunity, but only for those who earn it from the tee. The fairway tumbles downhill before climbing towards the green, rewarding drives played along the left side with the best chance of reaching the green in two. Those choosing to attack must carry well-protected bunkers and judge their distance with precision, while players laying up are rewarded for finding the ideal angle into the green. Even on one of Augusta's friendliest scoring holes, poor positioning quickly turns opportunity into recovery. Pink Dogwood reminds golfers that at Augusta, every reward must be earned. Flowering Peach may be short on the scorecard, but it presents one of Augusta's most intriguing strategic questions. The temptation is to drive as close as possible to the green, yet fairway bunkers and trees punish any lack of precision. Players who choose position over par are rewarded with a simple pitch to a beautifully contoured green, where distance control is far more important than aggression. It is an early reminder that Augusta often challenges the golfer's judgment more than their swing. The first par 3 is also Augusta National's longest. Played uphill to a narrow green, Flowering Crab Apple demands both distance and accuracy with a single iron shot. A pronounced false front rejects any approach lacking conviction, while deep bunkers protect both sides of the putting surface. Simply finding the green often feels like a small victory. At Augusta, every one swing can define an entire hole. Magnolia has earned a reputation as one of Augusta National's toughest par fours. Deep fairway bunkers demand a precise drive, often leaving a long approach to one of course's smallest greens. A false front, steep runoffs, and dramatic internal contours ensure that even well played approaches require careful putting. Finding the wrong section of the green can make two putts anything but a routine. On Magnolia, par is never assumed, it is earned. Juniper is a picturesque par 3 where the greatest challenge lies on the green itself. Protected by a single bunker and framed by flowering trees, it appears inviting from the tee. The putting surface, however, falls sharply from back to front, creating distinct levels that demand exceptional distance control. The correct section of the green is often more important than simply finding it. Juniper proves that Augusta's greatest defenses are often its most subtle. Pampas rewards golfers who first conquer the tee shot. The fairway naturally feeds drive towards the tree on the right, making the left side the ideal position for attacking the green. The approach must then carry to a shallow, bunker-guarded putting surface where precision is essential. Misses beyond the green leave difficult recoveries, while a well-judged approach can create an excellent birdie opportunity. It is another example of Augusta quietly rewarding intelligent positioning over raw power. Yellow Jasmine presents another tempting opportunity to attack. Long, accurate drives open the possibility of reaching the green in two. But the uphill second shot demands complete commitment. Those choosing to lay up must still position the ball carefully to create the ideal angle for their third shot. Around the green, subtle contours reward delicate touch and punish careless mistakes. Yellow Jasmine perfectly captures Augusta's enduring balance between courage and control. The outward nine concludes with Carolina Cherry, a demanding par 4 that requires one final display of precision before the turn. A controlled drive following the shape of the fairway provides the best angle into an elevated green protected by bunkers and a pronounced false front. The putting surface is divided into distinct tiers, making approach placement every bit as important as the quality of the putt itself. Finding the correct level often determines whether the hole yields birdie or bogey. Carolina Cherry brings the opening chapter of Augusta National to a fitting close, reminding every golfer that patience, precision, and thoughtful strategy are the true keys to success. If the outward nine is an invitation, the inward nine is Augusta National's final examination. Here, every hole carries greater consequence, every decision demands conviction, and every mistake becomes increasingly difficult to recover from. From the formidable challenge of the 10th through the legendary drama of Amen Corner and the iconic closing stretch, these final 9 holes have shaped some of the greatest moments in golf. Here, championships are won, lost, and forever remembered. The inward journey begins with Camellia, one of Augusta National's finest par 4s. From the elevated tee, the fairway falls away before rising sharply toward an elevated green, rewarding a drive that follows its natural right-to-left contour. The approach demands absolute commitment. A false front, a deep bunker, and steep runoffs leave little room for error, while the putting surface rewards only those who control both distance and direction. Camellia is a measured but uncompromising beginning to Augusta's most famous closing stretch. The entrance to Amen Corner begins at White Dogwood, one of the most demanding holes in championship golf. A powerful, accurately placed drive along the left side of the fairway provides the best opportunity to shorten a daunting approach. The second shot is among Augusta's greatest examinations. Played across Rees Creek to a narrow green guarded by water and bunkers, it demands complete confidence. There is no comfortable miss. and hesitation is rarely forgiven. Even after reaching the green, subtle slopes make par far from certain. White Dogwood announces the arrival of Almond Corner, where Masters' dreams can be created or disappear with a single swing. At just 155 yards, Golden Bell is Augusta National's shortest hole. Yet few in golf command greater respect. Nestled beside Rees Creek, it is famous not for its length but for its uncertainty. Swirling winds make club selection an exercise in instinct as much as judgment. The green is narrow, heavily guarded, and leaves almost no room for error. A shot finding the putting surface usually leads to par, while a slight misjudgment can quickly become double bogey. Some of the Masters' greatest triumphs and heartbreaks have unfolded on this tiny piece of land. Golden Bell proves that in golf, the shortest holes can cast the longest shadows. Few holes better define Augusta National than Azalea. Curling around Rees Creek, this celebrated par 5 tempts every golfer with the possibility of eagle, while punishing even the slightest hesitation. An ideal drive hugging the inside of the dogleg opens the chance to reach the green in two. The bold may attack across the creek, while others choose to lay up and rely on a precise wedge. Both strategies demand careful execution. Year after year, Azalea has produced unforgettable moments that have changed the course of Masters history. Here, courage and discipline walk side by side. Following the excitement of Almond Corner, Chinese Fir shifts the challenge from drama to precision. With no greenside bunkers, the hole relies entirely on angles, distance control, and one of Augusta's most subtle putting surfaces. The ideal drive creates the perfect approach, but finding the correct section of the green is just as important as finding the green itself. Chinese Phil reminds golfers that Augusta never stops asking difficult questions. It simply asks them more quietly. No hole captures Augusta National's spirit of risk and reward quite like Firethorn. Every April, it becomes the stage where fortunes change in a matter of seconds. A long drive opens the possibility of reaching the green in two, but the second shot must carry water, protecting the entire front of the green. Success often leads to eagle or birdie. Failure usually ends in the pond. Players laying up face a challenge of their own, needing the perfect distance and angle for a delicate third shot. Firethorn never forces players to gamble. It simply dares them to. If Augusta National has a theatre, it is Redbud. Beautifully framed by flowering trees and water, this famous par 3 has witnessed countless defining moments in Masters history. The iconic Sunday hole location allows players to use the natural slope of the green, landing safely to the right before watching the ball feed dramatically towards the flag. It has produced unforgettable holes in one and some of the tournament's loudest roars. Yet, beyond the spectacle lies the demanding green where finding the correct level is essential. Every April, Redbud reminds us that one perfectly struck iron shot can change everything. Overshadowed by its famous neighbors, Nandina quietly ranks among Augusta National's sternest examinations. A demanding uphill drive must find the fairway to create the proper angle into heavily protected green. Miss either shot and par becomes an uphill struggle. There are no dramatic hazards here, only disciplined architecture rewarding accurate golf under immense pressure. Championships are often preserved on Nandina long before they are won on the 18th. Every journey through Augusta National ends beneath the towering pines of Holi, one of golf's greatest finishing holes. The narrow fairway demands one final display of courage from the tee before an uphill approach to a beautifully defended green. Distance alone is never enough. Precision and composure remain the deciding factors. Standing beneath the famous clubhouse, generations of champions have completed unforgettable victories while others have watched their dreams slip away. Holi asks one final question of every golfer. Can you execute when everything is on the line? Those who can earn far more than a good score, they earn a place in Masters history. There are places that host great sporting events, and then there are places that become larger than the events themselves. Augusta National is one of those rare places. For just 1 week each year, it becomes one of the center of the golfing world. But long after the galleries have gone home, long after the green jacket has been presented, these fairways remain exactly as they were intended: quiet, beautiful, and unforgettable. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Bhupendra Singh, and this is the Golfing Circle. See you in the next episode at another golf course.